Good evening, everybody. Happy Easter Monday. It is April 10th, 2023. Late night show with Frankie Olivo. Um, for those people that are tuning in, Erasmo Castro will be on the show. Um, I'd say probably in about 20, 30, 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. He's currently on the Brownsville Tech Live podcast. If some of y'all saw with Danny, I think he's currently still on there. So for the time being, I will be the one before you. But before Erasmo comes, I'd like to state that I want each and every one of you to get off this page and go to the Frankie Olivo page and watch the show from there. Just don't tell them I told you. Good evening, Joe. How's your Monday? People ask me, is Monday off? I was like, no, it's Friday, right? Friday's off. It's not like Super Bowl, but everyone needs a vacation from their vacation, or maybe it's just me. Good evening, Miss Solitaire. I hope you're having a good evening. It is a gloomy day, gloomy evening in the city of Brownsville. Um, I'm going to talk very quickly about a mural. Before Erasmo comes on, I want to spend some 10, 15 minutes talking about the mural. As we all remember, there was a lot of outrage whenever the first mural was put up, and who can forget? Once we saw that thing on the wall, there was a lot of people stating, you know what, this isn't a representation of Brownsville, and we can go into also the artist was from California. It was just a different vibe, and many individuals, said, hey, they want to Austin our Brownsville, Atex, Btex. We wanted an identity, but everyone agreed that for whatever reason, this Pepto wall just wasn't it. Currently, right now, the city of Brownsville is in the process of uh, selecting an artist uh, to paint another wall in downtown Brownsville. And this is more of a democratic way of going about it compared to obviously the first painter. And we can talk about payment for the first Pepto wall. Uh, I think they gave the artist 20 to 25,000 in that ballpark. And this artist, I think he's going off of more name recognition of whoever wins, whoever's selected, of course, name recognition, and just to say, hey, that's my piece on there. But the price for this one is, I believe, 4,000 and 5,000. But again, whoever selected, three incredible qualities of work. We have the first one, El Pájaro by Gabriel Trevino, who, as we all know, Gabriel is a known artist. I personally went to one of his art galleries downtown. The Tortilla Maker, phenomenal work, great talent. He's also a musician. Um, I think very highly of Gabriel. I think he's very talented. He has a mural on 13th and Levy Street that he currently, I believe it's catty corner to the wall, the border wall. So Gabriel Trevino currently does have some work in the city of Brownsville, um, in downtown Brownsville. So the city is allowing us as a community to vote. Uh, what would we pick as the next mural? What do we envision it? And we have three finalists. Again, Gabriel Trevino, who is no a very talented uh, artist. The second candidate is Jesse James, Welcome to Brownsville, and Jesus Trevino, Where Seeds Bloom. Um, when we think of Brownsville, what comes to mind? The zoo, the beaches. We have to incorporate our heritage, our Hispanic, Mexican heritage, the food, of course. SpaceX was a big one. It just depends on who is going to vote. Obviously, I'm personally rooting for Jesse James with "Welcome to Brownsville," and if you notice, he kind of touches on a little bit of everything. The cathedral, how down in South Texas in Brownsville, it is predominantly Catholic Christian. We have the zoo, we got the birds, we got the mariachi bands. You cannot talk about Brownsville without a taco truck. If you see it there on the left hand side of the top of the cathedral. Also on top, you have what looks like sapphire. On the top left, we have a rocket shooting off. We have la troquita that que si quema. We have the little truck, lowrider. We got the Charro Days outfits. We have the UTRGV on there. We have I don't know if that's Selena or something with an S. And on the other side, of course, he has a causeway, the causeway and the waves and the beach. I personally think that this is the best representation of Brownsville. If we were to post this up on um, touring websites, we post this up on a billboard somewhere. This would identify of what the city entails. But again, so you have three options. We have a bird, el pájaro, which is kind of an abstract design. This personally is the one that I'm rooting for. And again, no knock on Gabriel. He knows that I'm a follower of his work, and the other gentleman. But again, I personally like Welcome to Brownsville, and this young man, Jesse James. He's I want to say in his early 20s. This is his other pieces of work. I was fortunate to um, receive these from his uncle, and I personally have seen a few of his drawings, sketches. I don't remember seeing no final product such as this. So this is the young man's work. Jesse James. He also has work at Sunrise Mall. Uh, this is the artist from Welcome to Brownsville. He has a cat in outer space with the Pac-Man, Venom, and I forget those characters. I want to say they're not the Valderramas. It's a Fox show. Um, I never got into it, but I know where he was going. Look at the detail. Look at the quality of work. Um, the Pac-Man is pretty cool. How he throws it in there. I forgot what this was. I see a car. I will always love you. Someone going through something deep. Uh, I guess this was around the time where the three Spider-Man movies came out recently, a year ago. This is the Astral World, and this piece is currently at the mall. So again, us citizens of Brownsville, pretty much anyone really, has the opportunity to select a winner. There's no runoff on this one, such as the elections, but we have until I believe April the 4th. Let me post it up. April 18th. I'm sorry. Let me bring it up one more time. You can take a picture of this, of the barcode, or I'll post the link right now. So again, three candidates for the downtown mural. Um, Again, we're not going to bring up the pay. We're not going to bring up. We're going to look at it more as an opportunity for any of these artists to be, you know, to showcase their talents um, in the city of Brownsville. So again, El Pájaro by Gabriel Trevino, Welcome to Brownsville by Jesse James, and where seeds bloom. If you see that barcode on the bottom left, you want to take a picture or open up your camera, and then you'll be able to click on the link. That way, um, you can vote. I forgot about this. Let's see some of the other artists' work also. Lozano. Oh yeah, I forgot about the other one. I posted up Gabriel's. Uh, Claudia says, "How the heck do you send stars?" Yeah, stars. Again, if you're on here, go onto the Frank Olivo page. Don't be watching on Erasmo show. Just don't tell them I mentioned it to you. So you have until April 14th, 14th or 18th, to vote. Again, you have three choices. I personally like Welcome to Brownsville with Jesse James. I think that anybody who would see that and the Houston airport, they'll be able to identify. Oh, that's the place where tacos and dreams come true. So cast your vote. Um, Sounds bad, but you could vote as many times as you like. um, we're 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks away from early voting. We're gonna have several positions on the city commission, which is very very important because it is going to uh, change the direction or trajectory of what the current landscape is for the city of Brownsville. If we have noticed, the main focus of these past, let's say, 4, 8, possibly even 12 years of politics here in the city of Brownsville, what we have seen is that a large amount of money has been invested in downtown Brownsville. Um, there has been the lack of attention to Gladys Porter Zoo, and I'm 36 years old. I think for the past 18 years, I've been involved in politics or kind of been paying a little bit more attention. When I started voting, we or I heard, the same issues that we hear, year in and year out, election cycle to election cycle. The same problems. We still have a need for getting better roads, um, having good quality jobs that have competitive wages. Um, Everything's stagnant. Only a certain group of people gets either all the money, the resources, or attention. So starting early voting is 2 weeks away. It's going to be very, very important. And I talk about this because, again, for the last 8 to 12 years, if we start to pay attention, what we have seen is that all the focal point has been to downtown Brownsville. What is going to happen whenever these new individuals come into office? What is going to be their focal point? We have individuals who have certain agendas, certain priorities. They were encouraged to run to promote something, to go be after something. So city elections is going to be very important. And the tough thing about that is that it is not a presidential election where we're going to have over 30 some thousand, 40 some thousand, 60 some thousand people come out to vote. During these city elections, during April, May, We'll be lucky if we get 10 to 12 thousand people to come out to vote, and it's probably going to be even less. And if there are some races that go into a runoff, I would guesstimate that a runoff would probably bring about half of that, 6,000, 7,000 if they really work it. But honestly, it's more like 4 to 5 in my estimation. So that's the tough thing because who really comes out to vote? And for the most part, it's those individuals that either they got skin in the game, they benefit from it either indirectly or not through contracts, through receiving certain positions, having resources, access, getting promotions, or there's people that are just educated and they have a certain way of thinking, a philosophy of let's get rich, let's create our own little group, let's be the ones to make money, let's make sure that we take care of our own. And we have seen that our throughout time, how many cliques form. And we quickly begin to identify the idea that politics, politics is not really a democracy, so to speak. It's more like a business, and these individuals treat it as such. Many people, if you look at them, they have made themselves and their friends and their families millionaires. That's being on the taxpayer dime. So early voting starts in 2 weeks. Very, very important races that we do need to be vocal about certain candidates. You know, what do individuals gain of having certain candidates win? Well, current administration, current commissioners benefit from certain candidates of theirs being on there? Is it for strength and power? And that's why I started today's show talking about the trajectory. The trajectory. It's a tricky word. What is the next direction for the city of Brownsville? We have seen La Casa de Nylon that went for 2.3, 2.3 or 3.2. Sexy. Huh? We have how they almost got rid of TSC downtown. The roads are clearly paved in downtown. They changed a street, Fronton, to an Anglo name. If you've noticed that everything about the city of Brownsville for the past 8 to 12 years has always been to a certain group of people. How's it going, Erasmo? Good evening.
Hey, man. Good evening, Frankie. Thank you so much for taking over tonight, man.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I was just I was just talking about early voting. How we're 2 weeks away. How do you see the election?
Uh, Look, a lot of times individuals will go out there and say, like, hey, man, number, oh, we're winning. We're doing great. I've never felt as good about an election no matter this, as this one. And I think it has to do with people being tired, people being frustrated, individuals out there wanting something a little bit more on the different side. So I'm hoping. I think I had some friends reach out to me and say, "Hey, that's more pues, you're in second place right now," and so I don't know. I want to believe that we are in first place, uh, but we just have to make the runoff. And if we make the runoff, Frankie, as horrible as this may sound, like you should be sound confident. If we make the runoff, my friends, there's no way we can lose this race. But we need everyone out there to do their part. We need everyone out there to contact as many people as you know, send text messages, uh, Facebook messages, everything, and get your friends and family out to vote. If we make the runoff against whoever, we win this race as mayor of the city of Brownsville, and we bring back the city to serve the people of Brownsville. So I'm hopeful, Frankie. I really am hopeful.
Yeah, I was mentioning how it's always tough to get people out to vote. Period. Even during presidential elections, but now even more so. And I threw out a number of, I don't know, I hope I'm wrong. I threw out the number of 12,000 of being what one would anticipate coming out during a May race. Do you feel as if people and the sentiment of PUB is going to bring people out to vote?
Um, I'm not sure, Frankie. Um, I'm hoping that individuals realize that realize that the opportunity to change the direction of the city is in their hands. I'm hoping that individuals, because I think for far too long, Frankie, individuals here, individuals here had thought that no, you know what, there's no hope, siempre son los mismos, nada va a cambiar, and they've been dulled down to the point where they don't want to, they don't want to come out and vote. So I'm hoping individuals start to empower themselves to the point that they realize that the power is in the people. I'll answer Duran's question. What are your proposals to change Brownsville and lead it to a better economy? First of all, Duran, it's very simple. We've got to stop the corrupt political machine from grabbing the resources that should go to the people of Brownsville. Look, and I know a lot of people get upset because we always go back to Tenasca, right, and PUB, frankly. But the issue is that Tenasca and PUB is indicative, frankly, of everything that is wrong with the city of Brownsville. And again, I go back into my police officers. Police officers, they went out there and said, Erasmo Castro, they took away our benefits. And when we went out there to fight for our benefits, they said, we have no money, right? But they pocketed $179 million from one deal. This is one deal, Duran. They pocketed $179 million from Tenasca. This is one deal. If we are able to stop the bleeding of the funds going to all these little groups, Duran, they will come back and actually serve the people of Brownsville. Because again, and not to sound like beating a dead horse, but $179 million would have saved Frankie and Duran, would have saved the police officers' benefits, Frankie. Does anyone realize that? $179 million, Frankie, would have gone a long way to help the police officers keep their benefits, Frankie. And again, Duran and Frankie, this is one project, Frankie. How many more projects has PUB had, Frankie? I mean, they've had the Resaca, the Weir Dam, they've had the solar panel projects. How many more projects have they had out there, Frankie, that they funneled more of our money towards them? This is just one project. Think about BCIC, GBEC, and all these, the hike and bike trails, the sports park. Frankie, the sports park. We are in the hole $58 million in the sports park, Frankie. You cannot find $58 million out there in the sports park, bro. You can't. So we've got to stop bleeding the resources that should go to the people of Brownsville and put them back into the people of Brownsville. When we start doing that, then we're going to start to see a better economy for us, because we're going to be able to invest in that which actually brings income into the city of Brownsville, instead of putting that money, Frankie and Duran, into the pocket of the corrupt political machine that exists there, in the pocket of Trey Mendez, in the pocket of John Cowan, in the pocket of Jessica Tetreault, who's a dumb crap. That's what we need to do. We need to bring the resources back into the people of Brownsville. Frankie, you work with insurance and you work with investments, Frankie. You've got to invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, who's going to invest in you? Look, I had this discussion with Danny on his show in regards to the $10 million that Elon Musk gave. Elon Musk doesn't even want to give us the money anymore, Frankie. You know, gave $2 million. They misused $2 million, and then he's going to take back $8 million. That's a loss for us, a horrible loss. So there's no economic development because the monies and the resources that were supposed to go for the expansion of the city of Brownsville was pocketed by a few. Was pocketed by Trey Mendez, Ramiro Gonzalez, the Limas brothers, Jessica Tetro, and John Cowan. So that's what we need to do, Duran Duran. Respectfully, we need to bring the money back to serve the people of Brownsville and not the corrupt political machine. Thank you, Frankie.
You have a debate coming up on the 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Is that going to be open up to the public?
We have a debate tomorrow, Frankie.
Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow.
We have a debate. We're going to have one on the 13th. We're going to have one tomorrow. I'm going to charge my phone, Frankie. Charge my phone and make sure that everyone gets to hear that forum. Because I'm going to let them have it. Because it's going to be at the Board of Realtors, Frankie. And I am sure that the Board of Realtors are going to be pissed about what's happening in the city of Brownsville. So tomorrow at 5:30, I will start live streaming unless you could be there, Frankie, and you could live stream it for me.
What's tomorrow? Tuesday?
Very good.
I think I'm busy. No, I'm not busy. I'll try.
If you live stream it, let me tell you, Frankie, if you live stream it on your page, I'll share it on my pages. It's crazy. I won't live stream it myself. And I think it's going to be a hit because I think a lot of people are wanting to see what's going to be said at these forums, Frankie. So, I encourage you to, maybe live stream it for us.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know tomorrow morning for sure. But it's gonna be interesting. Well, again, what has happened with the housing market? Have you heard of anything? I know this went off topic, but have you heard of any progress of those department heads that either give people the runaround whenever they're trying to open up shop here in the city of Brownsville? Has that improved?
No. And look, I appreciate the city of Brownsville employees they're doing their best, Frankie, but they're not being given the resources to really help out individuals that are trying to open up a business here in the city of Brownsville. And that's what's unfortunate. We need individuals out there that are actually going to fight for the city of Brownsville. We need to, completely support the different groups out there and help the permitting department as much as we can. We've got to save the permitting department, Frankie. We've got to. It's our only hope that we provide the resources to these individuals so that they can go out there and actually help us out, man. It is really, really unfortunate. Again, one of my number one priorities is to go out there and help every single department in the city of Brownsville serve the people of Brownsville, serve the folks of Brownsville, especially the permitting department, so we could start opening up new business here in the city of Brownsville. But one of my first priorities, and again, I'm not going to change my priority. We've got to wipe clean these boards and committees that continue to funnel the monies that should go to the people of Brownsville. Because look, Steve, these individuals, these committees, these boards out there, they go out there and they pocket the resources of you and me and our children, and they put them in their pocket. We've got to stop them from pocketing the resources that go into in for them and bring them back to serve the community. But Frankie, we need to help the permitting department. We need individuals that are going to be involved in regards to like moving these things a lot quicker. Because I find it amazing that car washes are popping up every other weekend, Frankie, here in the city of Brownsville. But if you want to go open a shop or start a new business as a regular citizen, you get roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. It's got to stop. It's got to end. And we could do that together, folks. Do you think if you go into a runoff that they might try to double team you? Yes, of course, Lozano. There's no doubt. Look, if I am in a runoff with Jessica Tetreault, Frankie, and Lozano, you better believe that John Cowan is going to go support Jessica Tetreault. And if I'm in a runoff with John Cowan, you better believe that Jessica Tetreault is going to be out there supporting John Cowan because they help each other. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not out there expecting the support of John Cowan or Jessica Tetreault if we make it into a runoff. The only ones I can count on, Frankie, is you, Lozano, Duran, Steve, Ben, Kelsey, and everybody else here in the city of Brownsville. Guys, it's us against them. It's always been us against them. We got to kick them in the nuts. And let me tell you guys, if you throw me into the runoff with any one of these guys, I'm going to kick them in the nuts. I don't care who they are. Because we need change. We need something different. Because what we've had for the past 4 years, what we've had for the past 12 years has just not worked. We need something that's going to bring resources and revenue into the city of Brownsville. And we can do that together.
Which candidates? I'm getting a betting question. Which candidates would you put your money on that's gonna do chicken plates?
John Cowan, definitely. Jessica Tetreault, definitely. Linda Macias, definitely. Tino Villarreal, most definitely. And that's unfortunate, guys. It's unfortunate because I'm done with the chicken plates. And I say this.
And the reason why I say it is because it's always like that week before early voting, on the week of early voting. We're right around that time already, so we're gonna see a flyer.
Yeah, I mean, look, and with all due respect, I have some individuals that have said, "Hey, that's what I said. We're wanting to do some chicken plates for you tomorrow." And I said, "Not tomorrow. These next couple of weeks." I said, "That's fine, man. I just don't want people to associate our chicken plates or chicken plates to they're trying to gather the vote." My issue with the chicken plates is, folks, I don't care who the freak gives you a damn chicken plate. You better still be voting for Erasmo Castro. Go get their damn chicken plate. I've actually positioned myself in a place sometimes to where it appears that I'm actually giving out chicken plates. But I do that more because it's political strategy. But I don't care who gives you chicken plates. I don't care if it's John Cowan or Jessica Tetreault, Linda Macias, or Tino Villarreal. I still want you to go out there and vote for Erasmo Castro, without a doubt. I think we answered this question, right, Frankie? Guys, I promise you, Duran, I will work hand in hand with the permitting department and with any small business out here. I will work hand in hand with you or with anybody else that wants to start a business down here. I promise you that. And look, I'll do that even if I don't become mayor. And I've shared this invitation with a lot of people out there. Guys, I'm willing to go out there and fight for you, even if I'm not mayor. But as a mayor, I will have every single resource out there. Every single resource out there that you may ever need. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm in Monterrey.
Must be nice.
I love Monterrey. And that was a friend of mine, Eduardo, that passed behind us. Pasaste por atrás. Anything else, Ricky? Any other questions before I sign out?
No, that's we're good.
All right, I'm going to leave, Frankie. I've actually got a client to see in a little bit, and I've got some other questions to do. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and I'll be ready for the forum tomorrow night. Thank you for taking over the show, and you're doing a great job.
There's
Guys, have a great evening. Thank you, Frankie. God bless.